Education is another issue that we hear a lot about in terms of concerns of voters. If you're in Congress, what would be your education priority? How do you deal with education issues? I know most of that is local,
Sure.
but the federal government imposes about 85% of the regulation and about 10% of the money. How do we balance that a little better?
So first off, ESSA has got to go, right? I think it's all it is this overbearing federal program that the states have to comply with. If we can't get rid of it, then we ought to allow states to opt out of it. That's probably one of the biggest concerns. But two, you can look at sort of college education and the way student loans have resulted in massive increases, just like in the healthcare business. The third-party payer insurance has caused the cost of health costs to go twice the rate of inflation. The student loan issue has allowed schools to charge more and more money without really delivering that much more on the other end. I would love to see, and one of the bills that I think I'd like to propose when I first get there, is a program where student loans can be paid back just like an employer does with 401ks. With pre-tax dollars, the employer matches what the employee is putting in, and it allows that young person right out of college to more quickly pay off their student loans with pre-tax dollars. And the young college graduate is not really thinking about his 401k, but he's certainly thinking about that big debt that he had from college, or she had from college. And so being able to pay that back quickly, I think, is a solution to a couple of different problems. Because one, the government backs those loans, so when they fail, it's a cost to the government. So the government wins. Of course, the employer wins because now he's got an initiative to recruit people to his business. And clearly the employee wins because the student loans get paid back faster.
Yeah, I think a lot of people lose out in this kind of recruitment idea of businesses that getting and keeping a good employee saves them from having to retrain, recruit another employee. So this program would actually save them money by not only getting them great people that are going to go to that business rather than somewhere else because of that opportunity, but also they're more likely to stay, they're more likely to kind of move up in the company rather than having to have that constant turnover that cost employers money.
Absolutely, and millennials are coming out of college now saddled with just terrible debt, and the opportunity to help them, to free them up so that they can start looking at growing wealth, I think it's a win-win-win.